Bo, first off, congratulations on being named the starter. You put in a lot of work behind the scenes for Coach to come and kind of inform you guys that, hey, this is the decision going. What was that like for you hearing that in the process?
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It was really cool. It's not every day to get that news, but obviously, as a room, we've been working hard. And putting a lot of good things on film, putting a lot of good things, on the practice field, and so to get that news is definitely a great thing, and so I'm super excited, and ready to get back to work again and go back to it and start again.
Oh, Coach told us that he told you on the practice field right before. Can you just take us through that moment and what it was like hearing that?
Yeah, he walked up, said he was going to tell you guys this afternoon. Let's have a good practice.
At what point along the way here, whether mini camp or in the camp, when did you start to feel like you feeling comfortable? Was it right from the start? Did it take a little time?
That's a unique question. There's still things that I'm trying to gain comfort in, other things that I feel comfortable with that started early. So I don't think as a quarterback you ever feel, ultimately extremely comfortable, because there's always a defense that you're having to go against, always certain things that you see or learn on a daily basis. But, the past few weeks I felt really comfortable, and getting to a different defense, playing these preseason games have really helped me a lot, and I think that's helped in the growth process. But feel really comfortable where I'm at now, and excited to get to the last week of preseason and then get to the full season.
Well, I know you said that a few weeks ago, but you'll be the first rookie to start at QB week 1 for this team since John Elway back in 1983. Just what do you think that moment will be like? And obviously going back to the city where you played before, what will that moment be like for you?
Well, it'll be a special moment, and obviously that's great to share with such a great player like John Elway. But definitely want to consider going out there and doing whatever I can do ultimately for the team. Doesn't matter when your first start is. Doesn't matter if you have to wait or if you go right now. You just want to get out there and get the first win and ultimately compete at a high level and give your team the best chance possible. And so that's what my goal is at the beginning, is just to give our team the best chance to go out there and win games every week.
Oh, I'm not sure if I've ever heard of a guy being told right before practice like that. Hard to keep your composure at that point, or what's up?
Not really. I think something that I stress, and as a room, I feel like we did a really good job. We all attacked every day like we were the starter. So we all attacked each time we were able to go with the ones. Each time we were able to switch up, we all went to practice like, this is our opportunity to be the starter. So if you go with that mindset, then when they tell you it shouldn't change much, because you've been practicing that way and that's your daily habit. So I'll give credit to Stiddy and Zach. They came every day practicing like they're the starters, and they're going to continue to do that, because we all know one play can change things. But those guys have pushed me, extremely hard. I've learned a lot from those two, and wouldn't be here without them, pushing me along the way, teaching me things, and they've been incredible to have in a room for a rookie quarterback, and so I really thank them a lot.
In another situation, would you have gotten on your phone right away or something? Or?
Nah.
Did you get a chance to tell your family, wife?
I probably already heard from you guys, so that we'll talk about it later, I'm sure. But they'll be excited, and they'll all tell me the same thing. It doesn't really change anything. You got to go back and work, because now the expectations and the standards are even higher. So got to get back to doing the main thing and keeping that the main thing.
Speaking of going back to work, when you reviewed the film from Sunday, what did you see differently from what you experienced in real time?
Just a few different things. Some mannerisms, some things that I could give away, some cadence stuff. I completely botched one play that needed to fix, and we fixed that a lot today over the last few days. Had a whole drill that Davis set up just because of the play I messed up. But that's good, because that means you won't mess it up again. And that's one that every time it's called from here on out, I always think about that one time I messed it up. But, you always analyze and review the film and see different things that you don't see on the film or on the field. But excited and ready to go to the next one.
But was it maybe easier for you to approach every day as being a starter, not even take things for granted? Because other than like you told us a few weeks in 8th grade, since you started playing football, you've always just been the starting quarterback.
Well, I think maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but the standard's the standard. If you go out there, expecting to perform at a high level, if you go out there with high standards yourself, then you'll kind of put the pressure on yourself to, go out there and perform and have, success. I guess on the, coaches' standards and player standards and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to continue to, work at those goals and work, in that element. But, you're never satisfied and you're never complacent.
Bo, Sean said that he saw you make a play that he's never seen before, and he's obviously watched a lot of football where you went between a guard and a back. Where did that come from? He said he's never seen quarterbacks sneak through like that.
Well, I'm not quite sure which one he's talking about, but I guess it's good if I'm. Guess it could be a good and bad thing if I'm making plays that he's never seen before. But I think just that's one thing that I enjoy about Coach Payton is he's going to be real. When I mess up, he's going to tell me that looked terrible, and when it was good, he's going to tell me that was good. So that's the kind of feedback I like, and excited to continue to work with him. And it was fun on Sunday hearing him in the play call for the first time, and obviously that's how it's going to be. So practicing that and getting used to it was cool.
You've been respectful to the vets in the quarterback room. What did you say to them? What was the interaction after the news, and what did they say to you?
Well, we have a very mature room. They've been through a lot themselves. First of all, it was Stiddy. He started behind one of the greatest ever. So that's where his process began, and he was a rookie, kind of like me, behind the greatest of all time. So he's teaching me things that he learned and picked up at a young age that not many people get to experience. And he's handled the situation with first class. I respect everything that he's been able to do. He's battled through a lot. He's been given different situations, but he still, shows up and gives us his best, and that's going to pay dividends in the long run. Just with me and be able to sit behind, a guy like that and watch and learn and follow his routine and follow his process, because he's been around, some greats already. So, and then with Zach, he's been there, done that. He started as a rookie, and there's a lot that I can learn from him and a lot that he's already taught me. So having those two in the room with me on a day-to-day basis is going to be huge. And, I'd be really dumb not to listen to those guys and not to take what they've learned and already, been through and the experiences that they share, and not to take them from me. So hopefully the good happens again and then the bad doesn't happen again.